Hello, hello. Welcome back. I am here with your monthly readings. This is for the month of August. And let's start with, well, we've already got fire signs. Let's go ahead and do earth signs. And so, just as an explanation, what I'm going to do is lay out the cards for an overall reading, and from there I'll do each sign individually and kind of go off of how the cards are kind of clarified to bring forward a story for each sign. And just as a reminder, these, you may not resonate with everything that's being said. You may not resonate with if this reading doesn't resonate, maybe check your rising sign, your moon sign, or even your north node sign, and go from there. Maybe there's something else that might be of benefit to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm doing earth signs, so I'm going to start off with the Wild Unknown Tarot. All right, earth signs. I feel like earth signs, it's interesting. I feel you all are going through the process of change, but it's like, I feel like it's, for some of you all, it's a slow change that you can accept, and for others, it's kind of like quick changes. And of course, earth signs, that's kind of a little scary sometimes, but sometimes you're up for it. So let's see. Spirit, do you have a message for earth signs? Do you have a message for earth signs for August? Thank you. Do you have a message for earth signs for August? Thank you. These three all came out together. Let's see. Wow. Ooh. No, that's too many, Spirit. That's too many. Okay. I'm just going to stop there. Look at that. The sun. This is about earth signs. You all are looking for either clarity or like a clear path, or you're discovering your own happy. But let's look at what the message says. There are a lot of cards that were trying to come out, and I hopefully let's get this party started. I feel like that's the vibe. Let's get this party started. Let's see, 7 of Swords in reverse. You all are uncovering interesting. You all are you're dealing with a deception, but you're dealing with it in kind of a logical way. It's not become something that's emotionally affected you. It's more like you've discovered a fact that is you've discovered some sort of you've discovered this deception. And I don't want to say that it's a lie, but it's something, you've discovered something that has been kept from you, right? You've discovered something that has been a secret. So not so much a lie, but something that has been kept secret and kept from you. Interesting. This is like, I see this card, and every time I see the fox with the one eye peeping out, I'm just like, foxes are in our fairy tales and in our past stories are known to be sly and sneaky. But if we go a little bit deeper into fox spirit energy, this is coming to teach you something. So it's not something that was kept secret. You're discovering how this thing that was kept from you is now teaching you, and how it you're looking at it in a way of like, how can this teach me? Then we've got the 5 of Wands in reverse. So again, that kind of, we've got air and fire here, and this is this uncovering of this secret is going to stoke the flames of this wand energy. Because the Five of Wands in reverse is about taking prioritized action. Like you're putting your priorities together here. You're actually putting your priorities together. And people are being, and not only that, but people are also being forthright with you and forthcoming with you in the actions that they take, because you are approaching this in a way of, approaching the secret in a way of like, how can this teach me? How can this teach me? And you're prioritizing. Let's see, we've got the Ten of Wands, the Daughter of Wands, and the Star. The Daughter of Wands in reverse and the Star. So let's see. This is interesting because there's more Wands energy here, but this time in the upright. And so because you have your priorities together, excuse me, my throat is a little dry. Because you have your priorities together, this Ten of Wands is saying you're now ready to, you're understanding that where you are, maybe in your actions, even though you're prioritizing here, and now you're seeing how some of your other actions are just, you can let those go. It's time. You can move on from those things. I see that. You're understanding how this is kind of even looking at the past a little bit, and how, kind of like why didn't I do this sooner? Or why didn't I look at this why didn't I look at this from an observer point of view sooner? Why didn't I look at this from a more mature place sooner? And the thing is, you couldn't have. You're only doing what you can as you can, and as you're available to know, and as you know. So, don't beat yourself up. We've got the Daughter of Wands in reverse that's saying, it's almost you kind of holding back now on taking action, or even sending messages. Because this is the Page of Wands again showing up, because it showed up a lot with the fire signs too. But this is about you're figuring out what you're not going to take action on. And the Star card, I sense this is you coming into this spirit of faith and understanding and hope. It's almost like I don't know why the word regenerative came into my mind, or into my consciousness. There's something here. There's something here about our wishes, what we put our energy into. Yeah, that's what that is. Where are you putting your energy? Where are you putting your actions? Yeah, this is still like an identifying of priorities, I see. And then at the end of the reading here, let me move this over. I just want to make sure I have space for all of the cards. Okay, so at the end here, we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. There's something about this that, normally I would look at the Nine of Wands in reverse and say, it's time to stop moving forward. It's time to, but this is saying, look at the past, look at the past, look at the past. And not only that, look at the past and look in the way It's like, it's kind of like looking at it. This is again this thing of looking at your pattern of action over the years, going back into, you know, until when you were born, and and looking at your moon sign even for clues. I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, sorry, I'm like rubbing my eyes right now. Maybe you all are having some issues with sleeping, or you're getting a lot of stuff coming in your dreams. Yeah. I kind of want to see, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. This Nine of Wands, I'm just seeing that you're looking at your pattern of action. But I also caution you not to go too, look at your pattern of action in the past, but only, just let it inform you. Again, let that inform you. Don't let it stop you, right? Okay, so let's get some clarification here on these readings. Clarify for each sign. Let's see. I want to start with Virgo because that's our next sign. That's our next earth sign that's coming up. So let's look at the Rider-Waite. I feel like Virgos are all about the Rider-Waite. All about being right, being logical, being very much, I'd say Virgo is the perfectionist sign. Yeah, I'd say Virgo is the perfectionist sign. Okay, so let's see, Spirit. Let's talk about Virgo, Spirit. Can you clarify Seven of Swords for Virgo? For Virgo, please. Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, please. Virgo, please. Whoa. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Whoops. Sorry about that. All right, so for the Seven of Swords, we've got 3 cards out. Nine of Swords in reverse. The Magician in reverse. Ooh. And the Seven of Wands. All right, let's talk about this, Virgo. See what we got here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Hermit card. So for you all, this clarity is about, it's interesting, this clarity is about how you all do not want to be alone. You all do not want to be alone. And you're trying to figure out what that's about. So, okay, clarifying this secret, or this teaching knowledge that's coming forward, right? That's going to help you or teach you. This is about, you're trying to make a decision about something. You're trying to make a decision about whether or not to keep building with a group or not, or whether you should, I think the word is divest. Take investment away from a group, to remove yourself from a group setting or some sort of a contract. And this Hangman upright is, it's as if you know something, but you can't, it's almost like it's, you know something and you're now able to understand from a, what's the word? You're now able to understand from a, you're able to understand from like a woke consciousness level. Oh, sorry. That's my alarm going off on my fitness watch. Okay. Okay. Or maybe there is something that's coming to your consciousness now that that alarm went off. There is something coming off that now is the right time, or this is the right time to do this. It's something, it's like a question of timing. Like, you know something and you're trying to figure out like what is this teaching me, and how do I enact it? This is you, Virgos. This is you. This is you knowing from a deeper place. This Five of Wands in the reverse, this prioritizing is going to take you outside of ruminating thoughts. Like, it's going to take you out of a cycle of overthinking. Yeah. But this still is about not being alone. So you're trying to figure out, should I break out of this contract? But there's something in your intuition that's saying, well, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to do this alone. So you prioritizing is going to take you out of this rumination cycle. And let's look at where you're pouring your energy. You're understanding what you did in the past, and maybe you're not taking too much action, and you're kind of, I feel as if you're just kind of letting things happen, Virgo, because you might even recognize in the past how you manipulated in the situation, or you're understanding the ways in which there was some sort of manipulation or trickery or something like that, and you were like, I'm gonna let this come forward on its own. I kind of sense that energy. And you're also seeing how you poured energy into something that was just like a manipulative energy. And so let's look at this Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, the Nine of Wands in reverse is about looking at past actions again. But here it's clarified with the Seven of Wands, because you're doing this looking over the past, over your past actions. It's actually putting you at an advantage, Virgo. You have much more of an advantage than you think. And you have much more of an advantage than you think. And it's not manipulative. But you understand how it could be, or how it was influenced by manipulative actions or trickery. Now, for Virgos, this Seven of Wands, it's like you have an advantage, but you're still fighting the past, and it's kind of like, why are you fighting the past? Obviously, these other Six Wands can't really get at you. But you might also be stuck in your past. Here's the other thing that I'm seeing, Virgos. You might also be stuck and looking at your past celebrations and victories, and you're trying to either you're not considering them, or you're over considering them. You're looking too much at your victories and not so much looking toward the future. You're not really looking at where you are from now on. You have a new start, a new opportunity based on those celebrations, but instead you're trying to like stir things up from the past, and the past doesn't. In this Nine of Wands, it's saying, yes, look at your past, look over but you can see how everything is just kind of lined up. So you don't really have to do too much more. Okay, let's get some guidance for you, Virgos. Let's see, my Virgos, you all. I'm gonna do Earthcraft, and that involves a reading, so it may take a little bit longer than I anticipate. So let's just look at that. Earthcraft Oracle. Actually, no, I'm going to do the Shaman. I'm going to do the Shaman cards. I might do Earthcraft for a Taurus and Capricorn. What is that? Let's see. Shaman. There we go. Come on out, Shaman cards. Thank you. Okay. All right, Shaman's Dream. Okay. Capricorn's dream. Can we get some advice for Virgo, please? Can we get some advice for Virgo, please? Okay. Thank you. Advice for Virgo, please. All right. Straddling worlds. You are wandering between realms. Yeah, I think there's just this you're wanting to come out of this hermit mode, but I do feel this kind of stuckness. You're stuck between realms of your aloneness and being with people. And look at that, there's the 5 + 2 is 7. 7 is, in numerology, is all about you know, a very spiritual person, but someone who needs a lot of alone time. And you're trying to figure out how to get with that, right? Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. It might be of use to look at your ancestors and your ancestral lineage and understand what your ancestral line looks like, what their practices were, what did they celebrate, what were their rituals. That might also help inform you of how to be, you know, yourself, so that others can also be with you. I mean, this is really interesting because look, 4 + 3, 7. That's also, again, a highly spiritual number. I feel like Virgos are in that energy. Let's get one more card for Virgos. All right, look at that. Another 7, Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Yeah, Venus, rest and renewal. It's kind of like there is rest here because you look at, there's this 9 of Swords in reverse. It's you prioritizing rest, actually. You're prioritizing rest, Virgos. You're prioritizing not thinking, right? Not thinking at all. Okay. All right, that is for Virgos. Let's move on to, who's next? Capricorn. Let's move on to Capricorn. All right, I'm going to keep these cards out, and I'm going to go on to Capricorn. Let's see, Capricorn, I'm going to use the Honest Truth Tarot. Has anyone ever heard them called tarot cards? Tarot. I've heard them called tarot cards quite a few times. I don't know, it's just new to me, that's all. All right, maybe Capricorns, you all are experiencing something new. There's like a new way of looking at things. But let's see what Spirit has to say for my Capricorns. All right, Capricorns. The Sun in reverse here. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's look at this 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. Here we have the Knight of Swords. Yep. With the star, we've got the 7 of Swords upright. And 9 of Wands. Let's clarify the 9 of Wands, please. Temperance. All right. Wow. Capricorns. Push that up just a bit. 6 of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Capricorns. You all are losing your this is about an ego. This is about an ego blow. Something is going to be, oof, goodness gracious, Capricorns. It's weird because you all are the hard workers, right? You all are known to be the hard workers of the zodiacs. You know, I mean, there are other hard workers, but you are definitely like nose to the grindstone. But you're losing there's something here about losing face, about losing this is about disgrace. I don't know how to say that in a way that's very nice, but this is about something kind of disgraceful. It has no grace. It is lacking grace. Oh gosh, it's lacking. This is like, ugh. I feel here there's something about gossip. Something about, and oh, Capricorn, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm not liking this energy. I'm so sorry. Okay, Capricorn. So with this, this is actually a secret coming out, and it's clarified by the sun in reverse. This is about something that was hidden. I mean, yeah, it's definitely about something that was hidden, even though this is your happiness, this is something that is disgraceful elsewhere. But it's clarity. Oh, this is so weird. Okay, let's keep moving. Seven of Swords in reverse is about secrets. Teaching. Something is teaching you. And it's kind of like the sun in reverse is basically about, this is about unhappiness. This is about lack of clarity. And this is teaching you that you are unhappy and you lack clarity. But it's like something that you're experiencing is being turned on its head almost publicly. It is being publicized. It's publicly happening. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry, Capricorns. Okay, so 5 of Wands in reverse. This is about prioritizing. This is about 5 of Wands upright could also be about gossip. So in the reverse, what's the opposite of gossip? A good question. The truth. The truth comes out, and it's clarified by this Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is all about, it's one thing to be about action. This is about action is being taken. There's action, there's action oriented, but for me, this is the truth comes out, and it's kind of like all your ambitions, all your, everything that you were working toward is kind of, I hate to say it, but it's like, I don't know. You could either be going full force head first into something that is not going to, it's going to cut you off from something. I just get that sense. It's like you're running towards something. You're running toward your truth. You're running toward this, right? But it comes at a cost that's it. It comes at a cost. It comes at a cost to you. Now, 7 of Swords upright with this, looking at your past actions, your burdens, and you needing to move on. Daughter of Wands is to me here. I now see this as like a reversal, an action in reverse. So it could be a message, something being rescinded, right? There's like an action being taken back. And because you're putting your energy into something else, but this is clarified by the 7 of Swords, which And which it's kind of, I'm sorry, I'm just like looking at the Seven of Swords here and now it's showing up here, but there's something here about deception, chaos, hidden dishonor. Someone is keeping something from you and you're rushing headlong into it. There's something about the situation that is just not good for you. You're rushing headlong into it, regardless of if it's good or bad. Wow. Okay. Now, Capricorns, we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse, and that is, now I'm kind of feeling, you know, the Nine of Wands in reverse is kind of like it's like a reopening of a wound here. There's a reopening of a wound here, and that is Temperance in reverse. Your life, it's like you're throwing your life into imbalance, and there is no reconciliation now with who you once were in your true celebratory phase. You know, and when I say celebratory phase, I mean, you know, Capricorns, you should be fully in the Six of Wands always, because you're always working hard, but now you've lost everything here. This is like a starting over. This is you rushing into something. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see. Capricorns. Let's see what the shaman. No, there's something else here. I want something concrete for you all, because you're earth signs, you know. I just feel bad, Cappies, for this. I mean, let me see. Let's look at surrender. Let's look at surrender cards. Power of surrender cards. Capricorns. Let's see what, maybe there's something here that you can surrender. Let's see, Capricorn. Let's see, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, can you give guidance to the Capricorns, please? Not in the reverse, upright. Thank you. Surrender, denial. Surrender, denial. Capricorns, you're in denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Yeah, Capricorns, I think you're in denial with a relationship here. Or something. There's something here that you're in denial about. You're actually causing the sun to you're basically muddying your own vision by not telling yourself the truth and by being in denial about what's happening. Yeah. Okay. And trust and believe, Capricorns. If someone's telling you that, if someone's trying to manipulate you into doing something that you don't want to do, trust and believe that it is, I just sense there's some sort of manipulation here. You're gonna lose your, as soon as you rush into this, as soon as you rush in with this Knight of Swords and like, oh yeah, I'll do the deed, I'll do the deed in the dark. I'll get it done. I'll do it. And instantly it just brings in, the Seven of Swords. There's deception here. You're rushing into, I feel like Capricorns, you all are trying to rush to the end of the story. You all are trying to rush to the end of the story. And it's just not, please don't rush. Please don't rush yourself. If there's something that you need, figure out how to give it to yourself. Gosh, I'm so sorry, Capricorns. Okay. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Let's see what Taurus has to say. Let's see, which cards are we going to use for Taurus? let's use the Hermetic Tarot. Let's use the Hermetic Tarot. All right, great. And my apologies, I've got my air conditioning going, so if it pops on while I'm doing this, I just, want to give you fair warning. Okay. All right. Taurus. So, just to be very, what's the word? Transparent, sorry. To be transparent, I am a Taurus sun, I am a Scorpio rising, and I am a Sagittarius moon. So, and my north node is Libra, which is also fun. Yeah, just so you all are aware of what my signs are. Yeah, so let's go. All right, let's clarify for Taurus here. We've got 4 of Swords in reverse. Clarify for Taurus, please, Spirit. Clarify for Taurus. Clarify for Taurus, please. Thank you. More Hermit in reverse. Interesting. Clarify the 10 of Wands, Daughter of Wands in reverse, and the Star upright. Clarify, please, for Taurus. Oop, that one. Another reversal. Okay. 9 of Wands in reverse, please, for Taurus. 9 of Wands in reverse for Taurus. 2 of Wands. Great. All right. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Star card. Hope. Wish fulfillment. Okay. All right, Taurus. So what we're looking at with this secret uncovered, or this lesson that we're learning is the 4 of Swords in reverse. This is about doing the hard work. But I feel like, this is, the astrological North Node is now in Taurus, and I think it'll be in Taurus until, I don't know. I think the North Node, I think, is going to be in Taurus this year. I think it changes next year. And the South Node is in Scorpio. So it's almost as if there's this, for Taurus, there is a secret being uncovered, and now it's like, Taurus, you're in this phase of doing this. It's like you're doing this kind of hard logical work. You're doing the work of tackling the things that you're trying to. It's like hard things that you knew you were supposed to have taken care of in the past, and you're now paying attention to those hard things. Because if you don't, you're just going to be met with strife. And the thing is like you're dealing with strife, but you're dealing with it as it is a lesson to be. You're understanding that this is going to teach you something. This is going to help you mature. This is going to bring you some sort of peace if you work on it. And so then we've got the Hermit in reverse here. With this 5 of Wands in the reverse as well. And so it's like you're coming out of this like darkness, really. But it was a necessary darkness where you were maybe an introvert, and maybe like you were staying inside, staying indoors, or staying in yourself and to yourself. And now it's like, no, you're prioritizing, showing your face to the world. You're prioritizing not only showing your face to the world, but showing, look, I'm a Taurus. I don't just like sit out in the fields all day, grazing, the bull. I also do the hard work, I do the hard work that needs to be done. And so you're showing your face and you're showing yourself as this hard worker. Now, Taurus is also hard workers, but I see you now putting yourself forward in order to be recognized as such, right? 9 of Swords in reverse here, clarifying this need to Let's see, we've got the 10 of Wands upright along with the Daughter of Wands in reverse. This is, I mean, this really is like projecting yourself forward, understanding that it's time to move forward. Even though you may have some reservations and some concerns, you know, it's time to move forward and really, yeah, it really is time to believe in miracles here with the Star card. The Nine of Swords in reverse reflecting that, and clarified for Taurus is saying, you know, this is going to bring you out of this cycle of just ruminating about what if, and really just going for something, right? It's like laser focus, but it's weird, right? We're the bulls of the zodiac. And so a lot of times, if you rile up a bull, a Taurus, you know, they're singularly focused. So I feel like, you know, there has been some sort of riling up here of the bull. And it's like you're heading straight toward the thing that has riled you up, because you're going to deal with it and deal with it once and for all. But I sense here this is not about anger. And it's weird because you're not being propelled by anger. You're not being propelled by, someone wronged me or something like that. You're being propelled by sheer passion, by sheer want of getting to this next level, getting to this next point, which is probably so weird for some of my Taurus out there. If, you know, I'm Taurus sun, but it's probably weird that you're not being driven by some, you might be driven by a secret, that might be it, but it's weird to be driven forward by something that's been uncovered, by a deception, or, it's not a lie, right? But it's just, a teaching moment came forward, and now you're just like, oh, that teaching moment gave me permission to go. It gave me permission to move ahead. Okay. And then the Nine of Swords is in reverse, is saying, you're coming out of despair. You're coming out of cruelty. You're no longer being mean to yourself. You're no longer despairing anything. And then we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse, and this is just, part of this I just see as you're uncovering the different layers of yourself, Taurus. You're uncovering the different layers of yourself, and it's this weird energy of, and this is something, of course, I'm able to say this because I've been going through it. It's uncovering layers of yourself, and it's almost like taking that descent into the underworld. And when I say descent into the underworld, it's that same story of Inanna's descent into the underworld. The goddess Inanna did not start off that way. She, in the process of mourning, something that she saw as, I guess she was taking accountability, right, for something that she had done. And it might even be that you're just taking accountability, and in that taking accountability, you're peeling back onions and layers of yourself, and really going into owning who you are on a very deep level, on a level that, only you are aware of and that no one else can see, right? And that is the underworld, if we think of it in kind of those kind of mythological kind of terms. It's not so much, it's, this place of like, rah, 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 it's really just, it's the unknown. It's the part of you that has not been revealed to the world or even to yourself, and but you're uncovering it. You're meeting yourself here. And I see that here with this Two of Wands, this Lord of Dominion. This is like, you're understanding, you're starting to be an understanding of who you are, and that understanding is allowing you to now see the vast majority of the world around you and saying, I can make a decision to move forward, or I can stay where I am. But the option to move forward is there. The world is in my hands. Okay, great. But at the bottom of the deck here, you've got the Star card. This is about making a miracle for yourself by discovering who you are, Taurus. Okay, So let's see. I think shaman would be good for guidance here. I think the shaman dream. Do we need something more concrete? Let's see. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do, you know what? I'm gonna do this and maybe Buddha wisdom. But let's see. Let's see what the shaman dream oracle says. Because Taurus is north node, Scorpio south node. Let's see what the south node maybe can tell us, what Scorpio can tell us. And Scorpio, you know, let's use the lessons of the south node to help us move into the north node, to help propel us to the north node. All right, we've got straddling worlds again. Look at that. Yeah, wandering between what realms? A tidy house, clarity, and organization. So not only the same attention that you pay to keeping your house clean, you know, if you're one of those people, is the same, like the same thing that you should apply to your body, the same thing you should apply to your soul. You know, if you're the kind of person that goes to like a religious service every week or every few days, the same attention that you pay to your spirituality, you should be paying attention to your body. You know, it's and to your job. You know, if you're not doing the same thing in yourself, to yourself, that you're doing outwardly for others, you know, it's something to think about. And root girl, look at that, root girl, the disowned self. Yeah, you are in the process of reclaiming this root girl, and it's so interesting. The first journey I ever did was to uncover and discover the girl that lived in my root chakra, and how I just let her have free reign of everything. And I think this is indicative of the energy that you all are going to be you all are going to be experiencing, is discovering that inner child, that root girl, that center and beginning of passion for you, whether or not you're male or female. You know, the energy is mostly just about discovering your inner child, discovering the disowned self. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me for Earth Signs. I look forward to seeing you in September for your September reading. Thanks.